Kathy with Wolters World, and I'm going to tell you the 5 things that you are going to love and hate about being on a tour group in China. 1, you're going to love China because taking your tour, you're going to see that it's a tough place to get around if you don't have a tour planned out for you. It's tough to communicate with people, it's tough to get around, you need a visa, so it's really nice to have someone that's negotiate all those things for you. That's an advantage. 2, tour guides are great. They know the locals, they speak the language, they know the foods, they can tell you where to go, they can tell you what to avoid, they can make sure about your security. So you're going to really like the fact that your security has been looked out after. Your hotel rooms are Western in style if they're arranged by a tour group. And again, your security is of their utmost consideration, so the water and your valuables are going to be thought about for you. You don't have to worry about that. Your food is Western at your hotels, so your breakfast are Westerns, because every day if you eat Chinese food, they eat the same type of food each meal. The guides make China wonderful, accessible, and take you where you want to go. They educate you, they share what's important to them, they're a little bit about their lives and their family's life and the culture. The 5th thing you're going to love is that you're going to see a lot of sites in a very short period of time, and that only can be arranged because of the guides and the tour companies arranging for you to see those facilities ahead of time, so all your tickets are purchased and you don't have to wait in line. That's an advantage. Okay, what are the 5 things that you're going to hate about being on a baby boomer tour in the middle of China? 1, you're going to miss out on a little bit of that individuality that you have. You're going to miss out a little bit on the flair because you don't have much time to do some of those individual things that you would love to do. 2, you're on the tour group's timetable, not your own. So you have to be ready at 8 o'clock in the morning, or you have to have your suitcases out there. Everything is very regimented. You have very few minutes of your own to think about what you're going to do, or choices. If you love museums, sometimes you'll get to have 2 hours at a museum. Maybe that's you only go to one museum, so those are a trade-off you make. The food can be something that you hate if you do not like Chinese food, and you may not like the style and the way it's served, because it's served on lazy Susans, and every meal tends to be the same types of food. It just may taste a little bit differently. So the food is something that you may not like. Western-style toilet facilities seem to be at a premium. They enjoy being able to squat, and it appears there's a shortage of paper in China, toilet paper and hand paper. So the toilet facilities may be different than what you're used to, but that's why you're here in China. And the 5th hate is that you may notice the Chinese don't know how to form lines or queues. They just gather, and they are used to having shortages of materials and goods and services, so they seem to be pushy, which they are. There's not much space available. There are not many seats available. The elevators aren't available, and they're in a hurry. And when they get on planes and trains, they don't form lines, they form mass groups. So those are 5 things that you may not like about China. 1, you miss out on some of the local flair. 2, you're on a tour group's timetable. 3, you may not like the food and the arrangements. 4, you may not like the Western style, the Eastern style toilets. 5, the fact that Chinese do not form lines. But on the other hand, what are you going to love? You're going to love the fact that your tour itinerary has been planned for you, and it's so much easier for you to get around and see so many different things. Your tour guides know how to get you everywhere. They know the language, the traditions, and they speak the language. They're great negotiators. You have a good sense of security by being with a tour group. Your hotel facilities, your guides keep you safe. And 5, you get to see a whole lot in a very short period of time. And you don't have to waste time in lines or waiting outside. This is Kathy with Wolters World.